Hi, everybody. My name is Holly Jackson, and I'm the Student Success Librarian at North Hall Library. And I am so excited to have you guys join me for our very first Research Tips Tuesday. And this one is on a crash course in research for your major. So I'm going to go ahead and move us over to the library's webpage. And we're going to talk about a few resources that go beyond our article search and our catalog search. So first, I want to point out that we have a new library services update. Because our physical library is closed and everybody has gone online, there are some bonus resources that have been made available to us while we're in quarantine. So if you click on additional free resources, you'll see a list of things: ebooks, public health journals, there's all sorts of things. And one of them is this archive.org's National Emergency Library. And this is an amazing resource of almost 1.5 million ebooks, and there's no wait list on them. And you can see there's a bunch of things going all the way to 2019 that you have access to. So if we don't have it in our catalog, go ahead and check in this library, see if you can get a resource from here. So those are going to be available through the quarantine. Just kind of take a look at those as you need them for supplemental resources. But while you're on the library's homepage, there's two places that I would start to look for major-based resources. One of them is under the article search, and if you go under select a database, which shows up just below the search bar, you'll see that there's a bunch of different major-based topics. So if I were to go into nursing and health sciences, for example, I see a health sciences search that's been set up. There's specific nursing databases like CINAHL and Medline and PubMed, and these are huge databases for anybody in nursing. And so you can find these different resources that are going to be really helpful for you. And these are great because our article search doesn't have access to all of these. While it's a great resource that looks through a decent bit of our resources, it doesn't look at all of our databases. So take a look at these to focus specifically on resources that are relevant for your major, not just for nursing, but for any of our major areas. So you can look in there and get a feel for some of the different databases. The other resource that's going to be very helpful for you are our research guides. So under other resources, you'll see research guides by subject. And if you click on that, our librarians have put together these guides based on any of these majors that you guys could be taking here. So if I were to go into criminal justice, I could see statistics, online videos, evidence-based practice resources, federal government sites, Pennsylvania resources. Look at all of these things. And there's even some that are relevant for specific courses. Likewise, if I were to go back over here and go into psychology, here's ebooks, the link to the articles databases page, reference books, online videos, standardized test, psychology websites, professional organizations. There's all sorts of things. In the humanities, if I went over into English, for example, here's some different resources, dictionaries, databases, tips on reviews and criticism. If I'm looking for poetry, there's all sorts of different resources. And these are all put together by your subject librarians. And so you can figure out who it is you want to talk to about some of these resources on these guides. So English, for example, is represented by me. That psychology guide we looked at was represented by Sheila, criminal justice by Sylvia. And if I'd gone into, let's say, biology, that's where you will see, or chemistry, you will see Jamie. So reach out to any of us. We're very happy to help. You can find our contact information on your research guide. You can also find us in the Get Help tab. And if you go under the library directory, maybe you're not sure who to talk to, click on librarians by subject area, and you'll see more about us and the areas that we represent. But really, in a nutshell, take a look at these resources, see what you can find, and if you need help, reach out to your librarian. We're very happy to talk with you guys about how to find research related to your major. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will be back on Thursday, to talk with you guys about advanced search tips for your research. So have a great night, and I will see you guys soon.